Hello, welcome back to Kristen Cooks. I'm Kristen. In this recipe, I'm sharing 2 recipes with you in this video, plus 1 fall dessert. And this first one that we're doing chicken nuggets and french fries. So I have 4 russet potatoes, medium size, and I scrub them really well. And then cut them in half, and then you cut, here's a bad part. See, I'm getting rid of that. I'm not using it. And then you cut them in half one time, and then go slice them again vertically so that you have sticks or wedges. Sorry, wedges. But we don't really like the wedges, so then I cut those wedges again, slice through those wedges again, and then you end up with more sticks. A stick size of fry, which is what we're going for. So then after I cut up the fries, like so, as I'm showing you here, very nice. It was always a good idea to rinse them in cold water, let them soak here, like this. You let them soak for about 30 minutes to an hour. And then while those are soaking, I'm going to get my flour ready. I'm going to put them in a reusable gallon size bag. And I'm seasoning the flour with these ingredients, these spices here. And you have to really season it well, because chicken can really take a lot of seasoning. Otherwise, it's just kind of bland and it just kind of goes flat, you know. So it's important to really take that time and get those seasonings in. And we're also going to dredge the chicken nuggets. I'll show you in a little bit. But, with the egg and breadcrumb. And, I could do flour in a pan, for the first stage of the breading, of the dredging, but this is just easier to do it in a gallon bag. And then you can just shake it all up and get all the pieces coated, and then it's all ready for you. So, yeah. I also like rosemary on chicken. It goes really well with it, so I decided kind of last minute here to throw a nice healthy pinch of rosemary in there, like so. Okay, done with that part. Okay, then you just kind of mix it around there as best you can in a gallon size bag there. Oh, forgot the pepper. Need some black pepper in there. Just like that. Now moving on to chicken. We have tenderloins here. The package, it was like a little over a pound and a half. So this is a very important part right here, what I'm doing. The tendon that's in there, that white tendony part, always take that out. Don't leave that in there, because it's really chewy and it's not pleasant. So after I cut up my chicken, it's such a good idea to also season that chicken before you put it in the flour. That way you're getting an extra layer of seasoning and flavor in there, because otherwise, like I said, it will be bland. You need to season it before you flour. That's very important. I've learned that. We notice the difference every time I don't do this step. So take the time and season your chicken before you start the dredging, because you will be happy that you did. And then you add some more salt and pepper, and make sure that you also toss your chicken really well before you put it in. Just make sure it's seasoned well. And I'm going to add on even more rosemary here. That's good, because you will notice it in there. It's good. It's a good kind of noticing. So here I'm taking my tongs. I don't want to get my hands messy yet again. I'm going to do it even more with the dredging. So I just decided to use tongs for this step to just toss those seasonings in the chicken. Really nice here. And notice I'm also using a different cutting board. I'm not using my wood cutting board. I usually only use these white ones, the gel ones, for raw meats. And this is just the ranch seasoning that you use to make, you know, ranch dressing. I like to have the powder on hand to season chicken with it. It's really good like that. Okay, so now the seasoned chicken goes into the seasoned flour. And this recipe I got from Ree Drummond, one of her cookbooks, her early cookbooks. I used to watch The Pioneer Woman all the time. I still do. It's a good show. I love her. But I've made this so many times that I don't even have to refer to the recipe anymore. It's just really easy. I can link her recipe though in the description box if you want to look at it for yourself, but it's really easy. You just flour the chicken in Ziploc, bread it, and fry it. That's all you got to do. It's real easy. So then after we have our flour chicken, then we put it in, and I do this breading process while the pan is heating up. So it is just easier to just bread it all at once and get it all ready to go so you can just fry it up quick because it doesn't take that long. So first step after the flour is the egg wash, just egg and a little bit of milk. I have 2 eggs here. And then we throw it into breadcrumbs. Use whatever breadcrumbs you have. You could use panko. You could use Italian. You could use plain. You know, whatever you have right here, though. I made my own breadcrumbs out of just leftover bread pieces. I just put them in the freezer until I have enough to make a nice batch of breadcrumbs. And then I just zip it up. Just let them dry out for a couple of days or put them in the oven and dry them out, and then you just process them in your food processor, and there you go. Breadcrumbs. Easy. And you don't have to buy them. So yeah, so I'm just breading my chicken nuggets here. Excuse me. And I'm putting them in a dish to set aside until I'm ready to put them in the oil. I like to use my cast iron pan for this, and I just have, you know, an inch or an inch and a half of canola oil I have in here. And I put a little butter in there too for flavor. And it helps them brown nicely too. So, you know, I just put them in there, fill up the pan. And I heated it up over medium-low, just so it heats slowly and it doesn't happen too quick before I was ready for it. Excuse me. So yeah, just let them fry. You just let them go until they get a nice golden brown color on the bottom, and then you flip them over. And then once the other side browns, then they're done. It's really easy. You don't have to worry about them being raw. Like, if they're golden brown on all sides, then they're done. You know, it's pretty easy. Sorry about the camera angle on this. I was trying to do it myself. Anyway, now moving on to the fries. So after the fries have soaked for an hour in just cold water, drain them, dry them off as best you can with a hand towel. And then we're throwing them into the 350 degree oil here. I love my fryer, okay? I love it. It's just an appliance that I don't want to be without. And see, I'm showing you it's 350. Sorry again for the camera angle. I was doing it myself. So now we're done. Look, as easy as that. Yeah, I serve it with ketchup and a little bit of honey mustard, the Chick-fil-A sauce, I mean. Not honey mustard, it's Chick-fil-A sauce. And there we have it. Easy peasy, and my family loves it. We always have it in the wintertime. So there we are. It's very good. Fries look awesome. Hi, welcome back to my channel, Kristen Cooks. I'm Kristen. And today we are going to do a fall dessert. It's really good. All you need is a box of cake mix. The recipe calls for a spiced or a butter pecan cake mix, but I didn't have that available to me at the store, so I just got a golden butter cake mix, and I'm gonna add spices to this to warm it up even more. And then we have about 2 sticks of butter that you can't see, but and then 2 cans of apple pie filling, about a ½ cup we're gonna use of this salted caramel topping. Our spices, nutmeg, allspice, and cinnamon. So first things first, you preheat your oven to 350. Get a 9x13 pan and spray it very nicely with your cooking spray. And then we're going to, we mixed together our spices already right here. The cinnamon, a ½ teaspoon of that. I did a heaping teaspoon because I really like cinnamon. A 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and then just a pinch of allspice, 1/8 teaspoon. And then we're going to get a spatula here, and we're going to put our apples in the bottom of our dish here. This is a really good recipe, a really good dessert. My husband loves it. I think we like it better more than the kids, but it's okay. I don't hope it'll go with another. He's always in here. We try so hard not to have him in here, but he just needs to be around everybody. So we'll clean those out. Put them in our dish. And then spread it out nice and even, Steven, in here. Just like that. Perfect. Then we'll get out our caramel sauce. And look at me, I'm so prepared. So then we'll take a ½ cup, let me check. Yes, oh, yes, yes, let me see. Oh, I'm making such a mess. If you could only see me. What's going on behind the scenes right over here in this corner? Oh my God, look at this disaster. I am a mess in the kitchen at times. But it's okay, it's okay. Who's to see, right? Julie Child, I love that. That movie, Julie and Julia, I love it, so good. So then we're gonna set our mess aside here. And then take our spice mix here. And then we'll sprinkle it evenly over the apples. That. Okay, so then it should look like that. You're done with that part. Not dump it out onto the floor, of course. Then you take your ½ cup of caramel sauce. I'm using salted caramel sauce. And then you just kind of drizzle it over the top, like so. Looks so good already. It just smells so fall and homey. It's wonderful. But you can't have any. My dog is right here. You can't see him, but he's right here. Just waiting for me to drop something, which I do. I'm kind of a messy cook sometimes, but as I demonstrated with the caramel sauce over here. But it's okay. It cleans up. It's okay. I'm the only one here right now. There's nobody gonna get mad at me about it right now or have some comment. So then, after that, then we take our cake mix. And since this is not spiced in any way, I'm going to add some cinnamon to it. Just like that. What did I do with my spices? I put them over here. Just hold on one second. Let me come over here. I'm gonna grab my nutmeg here, and I'm just gonna put a little bit in like that. And then I'm gonna get a whisk like this. Stick it in here and just work those spices in. I think it's just a good way you can kind of doctor up what you got to make it what you want but couldn't get. So we're gonna just carefully work it down to the bottom. Like so. Okay. After that, we're going to, oh, such a mess. Such a mess, it's okay though, it's okay. And then we're gonna just shake it on the top here as evenly as you can. Let's see if I can show you here. Just like that. Then we'll add a little bit more to the top, just like that. This part is optional. You don't have to do it this way. You can just dump it right on top if you got the right kind. This is just what I'm doing. And then we'll just kind of get it evenly over the top. Very easy and quick. The only thing that takes the longest on this is it bakes for about an hour. But that's it. So then you take your butter that you've cubed up, okay, and then you just place it on the top. So let me do that and I'll be right back. So then this is what it looks like. We have 2 sticks of butter on top here. I've tried doing it with less butter, but you need 2 sticks to cover the whole top. So we're gonna put it in a 350-degree oven for about 50 minutes, and I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. All right, so 50 minutes later, here we are. Look at this. It looks really, really good, and it smells even better. This is what we got to look at here. I know I didn't mention what this is called. My bad. This is called caramel apple dump cake. Really good. Really great fall dessert. So I'll just scoop a little bit out here so you can see what we got going on here. Like right here, I think looks like a good angle for you. Super hot. I would recommend letting it sit a little bit before you dish it up, but I just want you to look and be able to see in the, oh yeah. There we go. Look at that. Looks so good. And also, you could also serve it over ice cream or with ice cream. I'm gonna eat that when it cools in a second here. So yeah, or actually I'm gonna serve mine tonight with whipped cream because I don't have any ice cream at the moment. Usually I make my own, but today I just didn't. Let me turn my oven off. So, try this one out. I'm gonna link the recipe down below in the description box, so check that out if this looks really good to you. I came across this recipe watching another YouTube maker make it. And it looked really good when she did it, so I tried it out on my family and they really liked it. So, on to the next one. I'm gonna have one more recipe to show you in this video. So I'm gonna end this one right here, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello. So the second recipe that I promised is another chicken one. It's called Fiesta lime chicken. And first this is in the morning. And I'm first, because you want to marinate the chicken for, the recipe is 8 to 8 hours, about 8 hours. So I'm starting this in the morning, and first I'm cutting 2 chicken breasts in half. It calls for 4, but I did 2. And in the end, though, the portions were a little small, and I should have done at least like another one. 4 would have been too much, I think. But anyway, so yeah, so I am just butterflying each chicken breast as I'm showing here. Very good. And then we're putting them into a bag to pound them out nice and thin. And I don't know if you can notice it or not, but I did put a little bit of water in the bag with the chicken. That will keep the chicken from sticking to the bag when you pound it. So here we are getting the meat mallet here, and then just pound them away until they are a uniform thin or thickness, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Okay. And now we're moving on. We're setting that aside, and we're moving on to the marinade. I have a half a cup of water in this jar here, and then I have 1 lime. I'm zesting the lime on my broken zester. Yes, I know it's broken. I need a new one. Thank God it's almost Christmas. Anyway, so yeah. And then I put the zest in the jar, and then it's 3 tablespoons of lime juice. So I'm going to juice the lime now. Right now. Come on. Okay. There we go. We're juicing. And this gave me actually over 3 tablespoons. I got probably about 4 tablespoons. So here I'm measuring out 3 tablespoons. And the third one right here. See, that's what I have left. I'll put it aside. And then I'm smashing the garlic. 2 cloves of garlic. I put in a little bit more because we like garlic. So I pound it, smack it with a knife real quick like that to get the skin off. It pops right out of the skin that way. And then I like to zest my garlic a lot rather than just mincing it, because it forms more of a paste and it blends more smoothly into sauces and marinades. So that's what I like to do. And then we are putting our garlic in there. Very well. Very good. Okay, and then we're moving on to soy sauce. That's going to be the saltiness in your marinade. 2 tablespoons. 1. A bit closer. And we got 2. Next we have wash your sister sauce. 1/2 tablespoon of that stuff. Or Worcestershire sauce. But it's funny to say wash your sister sauce, because it kind of sounds like it. It's funny. Anyway, just my silly sense of humor. Who else has one of those? I can't be the only one. And then we have cumin. I love cumin so much. It's so good. I love it. Such a nice warm spice. So good. Where would the world be without it? Okay, 1/2 teaspoon goes in. A heaping one, because I like it. And then we're going to put in some black pepper. Stop it. Sorry, I had to deal with my dog there for a second. He needs to leave the room. Okay, and then we put a lid on it. Shake, 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 shake. Shake it well, shake it well. Okay, that's what it looks like when it's all shaken up and ready to go over the chicken. So there we are. We put it in there. Okay, and then squeeze out as much air as you can, man, so that the marinade gets all over the chicken. And then seal it up. Put it in a dish so that the juices don't accidentally leak all over your fridge and make a mess. And don't forget to go in there in the fridge and turn it over now and again. Okay, so then there is a sauce that goes with this. It's a Mexican ranch, if you will. So, in a bowl, I'm going to put ranch, a 1/4 cup. Actually, I put closer to a 1/2 cup because I like this and I like to have a little extra, so I measured about a 1/2 cup. That's doubled, so the recipe is a 1/4 cup. Put that away. And then, oh, this is that night, by the way. Actually, I am dressed in this, actually. So then we do the same amount of sour cream. This is right before I'm ready to cook the chicken. Okay. And then we have that lime again there. Hello. This is just a tablespoon of lime juice. I didn't want to put too much because my husband is very sensitive to sour things, okay? He thinks that the silliest things are sour. I mean, so silly. Oh, I forgot the salsa. 1/4 cup, but I'm just going to eyeball it because I like it and I know the perfect amount to put in my Mexican ranch. And then we mix it all up. And then this will go in the fridge and just hang out and let everything, it'll all get to know each other in the fridge there and be ready for us when we're ready to eat. Hello. So there we are. That's what it looks like. And also you can put cilantro in there. I do not have any, so I didn't put any in. I thought about Italian parsley, but I just didn't do it. Anyway, moving on. We are going to grill the chicken. That's how we're going to cook our protein. So we have our grill on medium high here, and I'm just out here just grilling away. Look at me go. Yeah, put it on there. I love the sizzle and the smoke. Oh, I love it. Then you know you have your temperature right when you have that sizzle right away. A round of applause. Shh. I'm kidding. I'm a dork. Okay. That part's done. Put the lid down and let it cook for about 5 minutes on the first side. And then we're going in here and we are going to flip it over. And actually, I could have done even less on this side, okay? Because the chickens are thin, remember? Because we pounded them out. So they're not going to take as long to cook. But I cooked these for like 4 more minutes. And then you'll see me come back out right here. And then we have our cheese. You can see on the side there. We have sharp cheddar and Monterey Jack cheese. And then we're just going to put the cheese, cover them in cheese, and squirt some water on the bottom of the barbecue so we can get a good deal of steam to melt that cheese. And they're really good. Even my picky eater really likes this dinner too. Yeah, he's really picky. But that's all right. We can't all be perfect, right? Okay, here comes the water. Shh. Close that steam in. That'll take just like a minute to to steam. And, you know, you can also, for a topping, there's a pico de gallo set of ingredients for this too, but my family doesn't like tomatoes. Okay, so I don't make the pico de gallo, but I would, but, you know, I would be the only one eating it, and it's just not worth it. So anyway, they're all done. So here we are. Oh, and I made yellow rice out of the box. Just follow the box instructions. Takes about 25 minutes all together. So there goes the rice and then the chicken. Yay, doesn't that look good? Looks so yummy. And then you top it with the Mexican ranch, and it's so good. Thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate it. I know this is a longer one, but please like and subscribe if you like this video, and come back for more because I have a lot more recipes that you will love. So have a good day or night, and thank you for watching.